Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is getting ready for another major pump. Sure, another dip can happen, but I will be buying again. Let me show you. You're first of all going to notice that only a couple of hours ago, Bitcoin first of all has gotten a rejection back down. Surprisingly or maybe not, we got a rejection from another major liquidity level that was also very nicely aligning with the value area high with the volume cluster, because both of those levels were acting as a very strong area of resistance. All of those liquidity levels are usually very nicely respected. Why so? Because people go with a short position and set a stop loss exactly above the recent high. And clearly you can right now see, we stopped them out with some of the wicks right here, and only after they are out of the trade, we can see another rotation back towards downside. And our prediction from yesterday is right now playing out almost exactly. 14 hours ago, I posted, Bitcoin hit the support. We hit a major daily high term time frame area of support aligning with the anchored VWAP. I was looking for some kind of a bounce. That is also why I added something to my long position of Bitcoin, and at the moment the average entry price is approximately 116.6 thousand US dollars. But nevertheless, I also still remain in all of my other long positions on many different altcoins on the entire cryptocurrency market. So today, not only I am going to share with you where you can look to enter another long position if the opportunity is going to be offered to us, but also what are the exact price targets you should really be aware of. First of all, you probably remember our bullish elite wave count I already talked about yesterday. We identified this entire push toward the upside as being our first impulse. Right now, Bitcoin potentially already finished the second elite wave, and we are working on the third most impulsive push towards the upside that is probably going to form in the next couple days. What is the exact target of the third elite wave? What we are right now going to do? Fibonacci retracement, we are going to go from our swing low back towards the swing high, back towards the swing low. And we need to pay attention towards 1.618 Fibonacci extension level that is going to land at approximately 125.6 thousand US dollar area. Then some kind of another correction and another push towards the upside. This specific 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target is something I really like, because once we are then zooming out, you probably also remember the bigger bullish elite wave count I already shared with you a couple of days ago, where I also talked about a bigger 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension price target, because the reality is we can then finish the third elite wave, do see the fourth one, and then another push towards the upside towards the bigger 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension at 126.4 thousand US dollars. Then we can potentially end the entire 5-wave price structure and we can start some kind of a correction. But nevertheless, as of right now, I remain bullish, and I would also like to see much higher targets to be hit in the next couple of days. Now, one very important thing that I also want to mention here, if Bitcoin does see a rejection from the area where we are as of right now, we can still form some kind of a bigger ABC correction. So what we can right now say, this entire push down was the A wave. Now we are working on the B wave, and if we are actually right now going to go lower, in that case our second elite wave can slightly extend towards our lower areas of support. So if we do see another push down, for sure, I am going to be adding even more to my long or buying positions on many different cryptocurrencies. That is also right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because today 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you why overall speaking I remain bullish on Bitcoin, and also I want to see another all-time high to be formed very soon. First of all, I would like to point out what is right now happening with the order flow. Pay attention to the divergence between the Bitcoin price and the CVD indicator. A significant push towards downside on the CVD indicator, and this specific indicator is measuring if more buying or selling pressure is coming in the market. So what you can right now see, we are seeing more selling pressure coming in the market at this specific area on Bitcoin, but logically thinking, if we see more selling pressure, technically speaking, we should also be forming another lower low. But this is not the case as of right now. It simply means bigger players are absorbing the selling pressure, which is going to be a bullish divergence, lower low on the CBD, higher low on Bitcoin, and of course also a bullish indication for the Bitcoin price itself. Additionally, just pay attention how many people are actually bearish. You can actually see open interest was increasing towards the upside for the past couple of hours. The entire time Bitcoin was pushing towards the downside. So what does it mean? People were entering brand new short or sell positions, hoping we are going to go much lower towards downside. But to be honest, you can clearly see bullish absorption, the selling pressure is getting absorbed, which is clearly going to be another bullish Bitcoin indication. That is why I am telling to you, if we trade with the probabilities, ideally we are looking for higher, ideally we are looking for another all-time high. However, I want to point out, if the prediction right here is not going to play out, we should always have a proper invalidation level. I can talk about the probabilities all day long, but nothing in the market is 100% probable. That is why if Bitcoin is not going to go higher and potentially we do see a major dump right here, our invalidation level also needs to be very, very clear. And my stop loss right now with this specific brand new long position of Bitcoin is set at approximately 114.7 thousand US dollars. The moment we break this specific level, our bullish elite wave count gets invalidated and I want to be out of the trade as soon as possible. I can already see in the comments, people are going to say to me, if Bitcoin does see right now a push down, bro, you were completely wrong. But again, I trade the probabilities, and at least as of right now, in my opinion, the probability is higher for Bitcoin to go towards another all-time high. If I am not correct with my prediction, I get stopped out of the trade, and of course, losses are also part of the trading. That is why your risk management, how much capital you're actually trading with, is something very, very important. Additionally, you are going to see that on the Adler stochastic CG oscillator on the 1 hour time frame, we are as of right now forming some kind of a double top pattern. Double top pattern, usually it is a bearish Bitcoin indication. However, would I right now dare myself and tell to you that because of the double top right here, Bitcoin is actually going to see a push towards upside? To be honest, not really. It is going to be some kind of a bearish indication. Also, if you're going to go with the MACD indicator on the 1 hour time frame, higher highs on the MACD, lower highs on Bitcoin, it is also going to be some kind of a hidden bearish divergence. But the thing is, I am not betting my capital that Bitcoin is right now actually going to see a rejection back down. If it does happen, sure, I am going to say to myself, an ABC correction right here is playing out, and of course, at the areas of support right here, we can be looking to simply add even more to our long positions. But the reality is, the push towards downside might not even happen. We already hit a very important high term time frame area of support right here on Bitcoin. However, if the push down is actually going to happen, we still do have some major areas of support slightly below us. And this specific level that I would be aware of, if Bitcoin actually does go lower and we are forming a bigger ABC correction right here, simply is going to be the weekly high term time frame area of support, 117.3 thousand US dollars, aligning very, very nicely also with the value area low with the volume support level when we are measuring the entire upper price action. So it really does look like, even if we go lower, even if Bitcoin does start forming a bigger ABC correction right here, still another major area of support is waiting for us right here. We are in an uptrend, so technically speaking, support levels have a higher probability of holding, and also for Bitcoin to simply then continue its way literally straight towards another all-time high. That is why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus without KYC and without VPN with the second link down below. Because as of right now, if you're going to register with the second link down below, you are going to get some very nice bonuses. Once you're going to open your first trade, you can get up to 20 USDT, first time deposit also up to 20 USDT, but also the more you're going to trade, the bigger bonuses you can actually get, up to 100,000 US dollars. So take advantage of the free bonuses using the second link down below. No KYC and no VPN. Right now, let me also share with you something that we could be forming on the 1 hourly time frame, and that is actually going to be an ascending channel. So what we can right to do, we go with our channel here, connecting our higher lows with a diagonal area of support, expanding this one towards the upside. If Bitcoin does go higher, clearly you can see the top of our ascending channel is going to come in at approximately 121,000 US dollars, and the top of the channel is also going to very nicely align with the liquidity level above the recent high. So I would definitely say if we do see right now another push towards the upside, our liquidity level and also the top of our ascending channel are going to be some levels for you to be aware of. Additionally, slightly lower, there is still going to be another very important daily high term time frame level that is aligning very nicely also with the golden Fibonacci ratio. From the high back towards the low, golden pocket landing exactly at the daily. But what we said before, if we are actually forming this impulsive 5-wave price structure towards the upside, ideally we want all of the levels to be broken towards the upside and for Bitcoin to then actually form another all-time high. Additionally, something not a lot of people are even talking about, which is going to be a major diagonal area of support in a case Bitcoin actually does see another push down and is aligning very nicely also with our weekly high term time frame area right here. Let me go on the 4-hourly time frame where you're right now going to see for the past couple of days, for the past couple of weeks, Bitcoin has been very nicely pushing towards the upside. So what we can right to do, connecting our higher lows with a diagonal area of support, you're going to see how nicely this specific level has been respected. And yes, if we do see another push towards the upside, not only Bitcoin is going to hit the major weekly high term time frame area right here, but also we are once again going to be trading exactly at this specific diagonal area of support. So again, major area is still waiting for us if we are potentially going to go lower, but nevertheless, the trend is towards the upside. We know exactly where we are going to be wrong in a case Bitcoin is going to maybe even see a major dump right here, but nevertheless, if we are trading with the path of least resistance, we should be right now positioned in long positions, in long trades, expecting another major push towards the upside to happen on Bitcoin sooner rather than later. That is why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus with the second link down below, and also thank you for smashing up the like button.